Alright, 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 alright. I'm a little early. But the timer happened. So... I mean, the music did. Oh, this song just started. Let me restart that. Give me one moment, I'm still drink prepping. There we go. I'm actually kind of surprised as to how this morning's video went. Like, we obviously had, or I obviously had... Ooh, I'm... lagging a bit here. It's partly because I have a stream running at this time, but... Also, I don't think I paused the YouTube end of things. So it's going to be eating up a little bit until I pause that. There we go. Either way. Where was I? Oh yeah, I expected it to go like the video from like 2 weeks ago. Where people don't even, like, watch the video and they just go, oh my god, freaking person I dislike is in the thumbnail, I'm gonna talk shit. Or, oh, you had this link in your bio, you don't actually care, you're just gonna blah blah blah. Shit like that, right? But no, it's actually gone relatively well. It's not like freaking blowing up, but like everyone that's commented on it has been respectful. It's been mostly clarifications on info that I got wrong on it. Or at least, I assume. And people have... I think it's exclusively got likes so far. Which is also, like, a stark contrast, because... Yeah. When it came to the last one, it's at about a 50%. It's a little over 50%, but, like... And people have actually been watching parts of the video instead of 10 seconds and then being like, ah, well, I can guess what it is based off the thumbnail out of a 30-minute video. It's... But, it went relatively well. I'm not entirely sure what we're gonna do today. Tomorrow, is going to be interesting to a certain degree. I don't know if I'll be streaming. I'll try to. I don't know how intense Peak is, but I'm going to be hanging out with Ray and I think Teber, and I don't know if we have a fourth. Well, fourth or more. I do need to adjust one thing. Hey Bill, how you doing tonight? It's hot again, but aside from that, not bad. Still debating as to what we're going to do today. I really wish it wasn't hot, though. Jesus Christ. I was hoping that that meant it was due to the rain, because it started to rain a bit. But it only rained a little, and then fucking... I don't know. We're figuring it out. Ow. There it is. That fucking hurt. It didn't even rain like a little. It had a couple bursts of sprinkles, so it didn't really increase the humidity at all. So, at the very least, I'm not fucking, like, dying of that as well. I gotta actually do the thing that I was planning on doing here real quick. Because... what is this under? Ba 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 ba. It's not in alerts. Activity content. Settings? I'm looking for the goals thing because I've hit the freaking 520 like 3 times, and every time it turns out there was a bot that freaking hadn't been banned yet. There we go, I found it. I want to turn this off from auto. End the goal. Can I actually fucking set this, please? We update goal. Could not delete or start new goal. Are you fucking serious right now? Okay, ended goal. But it automatically freaking brings it back up. Fuck you, dude. I mean, at least it's set for 5:30, so I'm not gonna constantly freaking be... Oh, one person followed, now you've hit your goal. But whatever, fucking... Pain in my ass is what it is. Okay, I need to close this. It's gonna freaking eat up resources that I don't want to eat up. Let me also restart this. But anyway, now that I'm not distracted, because I really shouldn't have been distracted while I was fucking doing that. As I tweeted, like, right before I started, ironically enough, I realized that today is the 7th already. Which is a bit of a problem. God, that fucking hurts. We're a quarter of the way through the month already. And I have to get... I don't have to. It's something I want to do, right? But I want to get the Halloween model, and I want to, like, do a full model, right? I need to get that done before October. And hopefully this time around I'm not fucking sick and dying and spending the, like, half the fucking month barely able to stream. And streaming for 2 hours, crashing in my bed for 22 hours, and then streaming for a couple hours, like I did last year. My brother's not getting here, so at the very least I shouldn't wind up getting sick. Also, I'm going to lag for a moment while Firefox boots back up. But I do want to get so what I need to do is the order of operations is unfortunately also going to be a bit interesting in that regard. Because I have a few birthdays between here and there, to put it lightly. Because Sunday is Fleshy's birthday. Shino's birthday is on Tuesday. Harper's birthday is next Saturday. Woo's anniversary is on the 20th. Tricky's birthday is on the 23rd. Boysen's birthday is on the 25th. I've got a lot that's going on this month. But what I want to do is I want my finger to freaking heal up. But I want to get the commission that I'm working on done. Then I want to get to work on... I want to have a stream where we design the Halloween outfit. Quote-unquote outfit. It's not even an outfit. Like I said, it's going to be a full new model, effectively. Which means that it might show up like in other instances, because doing a full new model, I don't really want to do that and then exclusively use it for a month. So what I want to do is I want to get the commission that I'm working on done, and then I want to have a design stream. Where I spitball ideas and whatnot. And then we'll wind up doing... Through September will be... Why did you go back? I hit the forward button. September is at least not nearly as heavy. Like, the first week is like my big one, and then the rest of them, the rest of the marked days for September are people that I'm not friends with, so it's not as intensive. Because it's not as important if I get those done. In fact, for some of them, it's probably better that I don't do them on their birthdays, because they're big enough that it'd probably just get drowned out. Ugh, bah, bah, bah. But we'll work on design, and then we'll do modeling, and then we'll do rigging. And I don't know if I'll wind up doing a like 3/4 style model for that. I might still keep like the head facing forward like this. Unfortunately, if I do make any technological advances when I do that, it won't be translatable. Because it will be a different mesh and everything, so... It's a little unfortunate, but it is how it is. But yeah. It's a little unfortunate that that's just kinda... where we'll wind up being. In a bit of a crunch time kind of deal. I guess at the very least, we're kind of in a limbo state on Teber's model. Because Teber is having another instance of unsure on what they want to do with like the outfit and whatnot. Which, since they seem to want to get it rigged as well, like set it up for rigging and whatnot, which it'll be a full redraw because they don't like the proportions on the current one, which makes sense. I literally just sized down Nasu. But, we will be... we want to get things actually sorted out in a state that they like. Before we actually, like, move through any of the rest of the stuff. Which is definitely... because we have vague ideas, right? We have a concept of what we're looking for. But we don't have set in stone basically anything about it. Because the idea that we had, Pepper's having second thoughts on, and the idea that we were talking about the other day on their stream is also one that is in a I'm having second thoughts state. So... I don't know. We're definitely in peculiar spot, to say the least. Ba. But yeah, I'm not entirely sure how that's going to go in the end, right? But it does put me in a bit of a spot where I can focus on working on the Halloween outfit once I finish the commission that I literally can't stream anywhere. Again, unless I find my Picardo information or make a new Picardo account. I think that my old Picardo uses my docs email. So that's fun. Though it might just be the better play to make a new Picardo account. I mean, I was following a single person via my old Picardo. So it doesn't fucking matter. But we'll wind up, I think, working on I need to batten down and finish work on that. I need to at least get the sketch done, which I only really need to do the faces. I've got the hands, I've got the tails, I've got basically all the body parts. The only things that I need is face, structuring the head, and I meant to do that last night, but I got sidetracked with editing, and then I got pulled into a few different things. Also, the fact that it was the first day that I didn't have a bandage on my finger since I got a hole put in my finger. So I didn't want to freaking rub the area with the pen for 8 hours. So we'll probably wind up finishing up stuff. Or I'll probably wind up working on it tonight. I don't know how long I'll stream tonight, so that I can get to work on that. Because obviously it's better for me to just, you know, work on it rather than playing the freaking... I guess that's the unfortunate part, isn't it? Where freaking... working on... there's certain things that I just can't work on anywhere now. Thanks UN, by the way. Apparently the UN is backing up freaking the group of 12 Karens that freaking started this entire venture with the credit card companies and whatnot. Freaking Collective Shout or whatever the fuck they're called. The UN is backing them now, which is bullshit. On, like, an unimaginable scale. I don't know. I don't know how some people are dealing with this that have like their entire freaking market in this shit. I don't know, dude. Uh-huh. Oops, finger slipped. But yeah. I think part of the reason why it's been taking so long is because I can't work on it on stream, so I don't have, like, that whole, peer pressure thing from you guys to actually make progress on it. Because when I'm working on something on stream, then I actually have, like... as long as I don't get into a freaking feedback loop in my brain where I go, oh, I'm working on this, and this is happening, and this is happening. And I can't freaking make this hand look right at all, no matter how much I fucking try, and blah blah blah. When I don't have that kind of problem happen, then I wind up actually making progress, and then we have, like, that, like, is in the corner. 2 Tuesdays have been doing really well as far as, like, getting art done in time. But then other times we have, like, the Beast Mother, who I still haven't revisited. Because, like I said, I just restarted on her. Or I was going to. I can't even say that I restarted on her, because that implies that I did restart on her. But I am restarting on her. In the future, at some point. But we'll see how things play out with that. At some point. It could I mean, Christ, it was however long, over 2 years, between when I wrote down the concept for them and actually fucking starting to draw them. I don't know. I still want to know what I'm going to exactly do for the Halloween design for Nasu. I had a vision in my artist eye for it, right? But I don't quite know if I'm still gonna go with that. I might tone it back a bit. I need to look into, like, grabbed a group of references, other people that had, like, a sort of idea similar to mine. And by that I mean, like, people that had done... One moment. Okay. But there was someone who had a recent design update that made me really want to go even further into the idea. And I know that Merp has, like, a new design that I really liked some of the aspects of it. Obviously, Corrupted Nasu would be a notably different thing from, you know, Merp's full-on King in Yellow Eldritch thing going on. Like, I had an old idea where Corrupted Nasu had, like, wings. Like, cybernetic wings kind of deal going on. Where, like, spider-like limbs coming out of their back, right? I don't know. I don't know exactly what it was that I wrote down. I don't even know if I still have the concept that we started on that stream. I just remember that whatever it was coming out of the back, because I've mentioned the ports in the back multiple times. And we also had been hanging from... either hanging from the ceiling or, like, up in the sky or something like that, you know? It's not in studies, I don't think. Is it in TAT? Well, I am in TAT. My crabs. No, it doesn't look like it. And we don't have any work in progresses of it, so I guess that we just chucked it. You know, that thing that I beat myself up about doing all the time? Just did it. Because I'm fucking stupid, and I hate all of my freaking creative endeavors if I don't have them come out to a certain degree where I place myself. So my concept ideas just get thrown out half the time because my perfectionism takes over. And it shouldn't. I really should just keep some of the concepts that I do, even if they don't, like, amount to a whole lot. Because if they're just concepts, they don't need to be beautiful, right? A goblining, when I freaking put on the green goblin mask and watch YouTube videos... How you doing, Ray? I'm assuming that you wound up napping for a bit, question mark? Brain rotting? What, were you on TikTok the whole time or something? Yeah, that'll do it. But yeah, I label React Andy bullshit as the Green Goblin mask because it's not it's not exactly something that I do willingly. It just calls to me occasionally. The only problem with Stardew is that I wind up wanting to freaking do so much stuff, and then I wind up getting pulled into it. It's a good game in the worst possible way because my productivity tanks. Also, do we have a fourth for Peak tomorrow, or is it just you, me, and Teber? It was something that came up earlier in stream. I could poke around and see if I have any friends that have it. That may want to join. Where the fuck is Peak at in my freaking list? Why is this so goddamn massive? What the fuck? Why did they increase the size of my games list? Everything below the play next just is so goddamn massive now. How have we played Castle Miner that many times and still only have about 12.2 hours on record? Because I'd figured that Teber and I would have probably like 20-something hours in Castle Miner at this point. I could jab Kraka and see if she wants to join. Theta would be asleep by the time that we start, for sure. I don't know. We can figure it out after stream tonight as to if we want to see about grabbing another. The difficult part in most cases with that is finding people that are available on that schedule. So who knows? Because I don't think that we're planning on doing, like, the mod that freaking allows us to have increased number of people off the top of my head, so... Hey, fucking hair tie is unable to go for wraparounds, and it really is annoying because it means that it isn't tight enough to keep my hair all bundled together. I don't even know what, like... I have lined up. Currently. Oh, fuck. Oh, I know what I wanted to watch, though. Seth did have a new video that came out that I haven't watched yet. And we could watch that and then freaking play it by ear from there. Ad break is about to start. We'll hit that up and then we'll my brain is not braining today, apparently. We'll hit that up and then we'll actually get to watching this. And that's perfect because the song just ended. I'll pause this, move over to this, put you guys into ad jail. Well, you can enjoy the song then, since you have no ad jail. Ugh. If you do want to hang out, though, I'm not opposed to hanging out, even if we don't wind up doing Stardew. What do you mean by a plate of brown? Was it like... Sure?
So,
Well, that looks decent.
it's brown. It's all brown.
Yeah, it's all brown, but it at least looks decent. Like,
It's
what do you
so
mean by...
British.
No beans there.
You don't know that. It could be in the brown.
It is kind of weird to see two different, like, meats, because that looks like Salisbury steak and something else.
It's, I believe, Stouffer's meatloaf and then like Hormel beef tips or something.
Hmm.
Both cooked in like some kind of gravy and then instant mashed potatoes.
Yeah.
It's all brown.
Except for the mashed potatoes, because they don't have any gravy on them somehow.
Because I didn't want to put gravy on them.
What's wrong with beans? Unless you specifically mean because British. I don't know, I've never had texture problems.
Let's just hop on VR chat and fish.
My computer would explode.
I don't believe you.
I'm still pissed that my freaking uncle still hasn't shown up. I mean, all of us are pissed at him because he was also supposed to help with welding on the lawnmower and freaking that's supposed to help with X, Y, and Z. He's supposed to pick up his shit. He's got like 6 different things that we're holding on for him. And then obviously I'm waiting for apparently 2 PCs, but I was only expecting 1. Still don't know where the second one came from. Are you good for peak tomorrow, by the way?
No. Not because I'm not available, because I don't want to.
You don't want to peak tomorrow?
No.
Why not?
I don't feel like it.
You don't feel like it now, or you don't think you'll feel like it tomorrow either?
Every time it's been mentioned for the past like 2 weeks, I've had a visceral, man, I really don't want to do that.
You also feel that for D&D every single time it's mentioned.
Yeah, and how often do we play that?
Is there anything that you don't wind up getting a visceral, I don't want to do that feeling for? Before you do it?
Fighting games?
Depending on the fighting game.
No. See, the difference is that when it's Tekken, I'd simply say no. I can't really say no to D&D.
I mean, you could.
And I'm actively saying no to Peak right now.
Surprising is that other people have just said no to D&D. Actually, they don't say anything, and that's part of the problem.
Or they say, I want to play Minecraft.
That one will forever piss me off. We waited 3 fucking weeks, dude. And then the day before we actually were scheduled to freaking start, oh, I'd rather just play Minecraft with my friends on Saturdays, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, fuck you. And everything you stand for. Tell us that 2 weeks ahead of time. Rather than making us wait for you, and then telling us after you've wasted our time for nearly a month. What are we doing on Saturday, then?
I don't know. Therapy.
Sounds like you need it.
Yeah, probably. Or a diagnosis. Or both.
I mean, it would explain, like...
A lot.
How your indecisiveness comes down to even, like... A sort of identity crisis kind of deal at times.
Yeah, and also my mood swings being less mood swings, more like being flipped between dimensions.
Yeah.
Like I literally took one. I can eat one piece of candy and go from "kill yourself, Sarah" to "man, I love you, Sarah." That's happened. I'm pretty sure.
I mean, it would also explain, like, your visceral dislike for wanting to do things, and then once you get into it, like, your mind switches into a different mode, and then you actually are like, I actually do enjoy this. D&D being the big one on that one.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, maybe if we start playing Peak, I would like it, but I don't see it. I don't see the vision right now, at least.
I don't know, it's up to you on that. I'm not gonna freaking force you on that one.
Especially because it's after an 8-hour shift.
Yeah.
Maybe more. I might have to do overtime tomorrow. We'll see. I did overtime today. Remember that story I told about my first couple weeks working there and how I fell asleep? Guess what my trainee did today?
Fell asleep?
Yeah, he sure did. And I was like, damn, it's just like me for real, for real. And I can't even be mad at him because I did it.
Yeah, fair enough.
I woke him up by like knocking something against something and he shot up and I'm like,
I
fell
am
asleep during my first week, too.
surprised that they already have you training someone.
It's out of desperation.
Just like when they... Just like their thing from last week where they freaking had you, bending,
that's a normal thing that we do, that this position is supposed to do. I've done it before. It's just that one was so far off. I did it today. Except I did it properly because one, I think the manifold was less rigid and more I could bend it easier. Two, it wasn't as far off.
Yeah. Which checks out.
Why is Volant blue?
I don't know.
That
What?
doesn't feel correct. In Peak, Volant is blue and Pahi is pink. It feels like they should switch.
At least Pahi has a lot of pink aspects.
Yeah, but Volant doesn't have any blue aspect.
Yeah. Have you watched the new Seth video yet?
No.
Did you want to?
We can. I haven't watched a Seth video in a long time.
I can't wait for this one to also be highly not safe for work, and then you're just like, why do you keep showing me Seth's reviews of porn videos, or of porn games? Granted, that's like half of Seth's repertoire if it's not freaking 80 years old. Ray, did you want to join us?
Anime PUBG.
Anime PUBG.
Yeah. Called Fate Trigger.
Oh yeah, I've seen people playing with that. Actually, I think that I was watching someone that was collabing with someone that you were watching the other day.
Maybe. I don't know.
For that game, I don't know.
A lot of people playing Peak today. I see Isa's on with a bunch of people.
Hmm? Ice? What?
The person who sings the cheerleader cover I sent you.
Oh!
Isa.
Yeah, I've always pronounced the Issa. I mean, that's like freaking you being confused when I said Abiko. Because I'd never actually heard how her name is pronounced, and you said it was what, Ebiko?
Ebiko, because
Ebiko.
Ebby is shrimp.
Yeah.
I don't know that that's how it's pronounced. That's just me going off of the Ebby being shrimp.
Fair enough. I just went based off of what my brain told me. So. I have no idea. Yours at least has a reasoning behind it beyond my brain said so.
Am I even allowed to play solos in this game?
That would be a bit odd for you to not be allowed to play solos at all in a battle royale.
Yeah, well... Apex did it.
Are you not allowed to do solo in Apex?
Nope.
Huh.
Also, this is still, like, closed beta, so I wouldn't be terribly surprised.
Oh, if just not all the not all the options are available yet.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Are you also going to watch this, or...? Okay. I don't get blips for that because of, Let me also put you on the fucking screen this time, rather than having a non-existent Tebers here, I swear. Like we did for the Bionicle thing.
Hey, people. Seth here. I broke my microphone again. These lines come directly from a $10 webcam. Ellen has
How do
reached
people
early
go
access.
through microphones
This
so
is
fast?
the equivalent of the CIA putting crack in black neighborhoods, but for the neurodivergent community. Ellen is a game where I imprison the elderly, turn them into livestock, and have them lay eggs to make a new generation of senior citizen. Naturally, every grandpa starts off as a baby, needs to be breastfed by other grandpas until they come of age, and fed a staple diet of pastured hay to grow old and brittle, at which point I mount them to a wheel of pain to generate electricity, so I can power my lights and watch Sailor Moon. I have a lack of beds, so there's a tower of pensioners stacked on top of each other every night. Each day, my population explodes, as a hot spring incubates faster than an actual womb, and each day it contracts, as I put a for sale sticker on Grandpa's forehead. Legally, I have a license. Morally, I pay the church, in the same fashion as Bill Gates tortures his body double every day to evade karma. As long as I buy a letter of indulgence, I can sell 20 pensioners and still work off my karmic debt. I'm an upstanding citizen. They are untouchables, and I will not reincarnate into
Well,
a
at
water
least
bug.
so far
But
it's not a
first,
porn
a
game.
message from our sponsor. At Raytheon, we don't just build missiles. We build memories. At Raytheon, we don't just neutralize civilians. We vaporize them. Raytheon. Because it's not just a forever war, it's a forever family. As the successor to
What?
Loda, which I reviewed over 7 years ago, Ellen is a
Like, actually? Oh. Oh, well, congratulations, you were complicit. Expect your pink slip in the mail tomorrow, I guess. You're back to being able to join the React Andes on Twitch. Also, if this is actually a sequel to Alona, that explains so goddamn much. Just grab a couple people from your Discord and force them to play. Oh, it's closed beta. I thought it was open beta. Parsec it. Clearly that'll work, right? What other game did that, like, last year or whatever?
adventure like no other. Build a base. Open your mailbox. Receive spam in the form of a suicide bomber. Cultivate 3 billion crop strains for testosterone. Open a tourist trap and scam them for terrible prices. Deliver vomit and feces for children's birthdays. Poison unsuspecting townsfolk. Get engaged to your child bride. Send her to be stoned at the gallows. Pickpocket her engagement.
Where does he find these? I mean, I guess it's like the true RPG. Be the, like, more morally bankrupt you can be, the more RPG it truly is, I guess. Meanwhile, Fallout, you can't even say no anymore. Even Obsidian can't freaking make a game where you're allowed to say no anymore.
Ring, marry a slime instead.
You know, fair enough. Considering your freaking follower wouldn't let you, you know, well, I was going to say have a singular brain cell to yourself. Here's all this environmental storytelling we did. Now here's the guy that's going to explain it like a freaking midlife crisis YouTuber who is now going to spend the next 4 hours explaining the genius of a game that you've never heard of.
Play music. Get shot dead because they didn't like your performance.
This
Bake
really is
bread
Alona
by
2.
nuking raw flour. Wish for a Glock 17. Receive a railgun. Read Goblin Smut to learn their weakness. Throw your smut in the trash can and make the trash pregnant. Punch a hermit crab for so long it levels up. Enjoy hallucinations. Get cursed. Realize the cursed item you're wearing is made of food and eat it directly from your body. Get jumped by a pack of cows. Comply with their demands.
Maybe that's the point, is you're not fireproof, but it is. So if it just lights itself on fire, then you have to eat it to get rid of it. I didn't read all of the freaking markers on the thing, so...
And brush their fur. Capture a bomb rock and host it as a parasite. Use its
that was not
suicide
safe for
attack
work.
to strip mine dungeons. Buy a tent. Use a paper material hammer to turn it into a portable pocket plane. Worship every god. Receive their apostles and artifacts. Abandon every single one of them. Roll a succubus and prostitution max your way to insane stats. Murder someone's son in cold blood. Bake their meat into a rotisserie chicken. Shit out a dream larva and blend it into the food. Feed it to their parent and make them fall in love with you. Make everyone love you so hard you recruit the entire city. Turn the king into a broomstick and ride him as he calls me a fat ass and tells me to lose weight. Whip him until he turns to prostitution. Some may describe Ellen as a bizarre Japanese fantasy where you enact outlandish policies such as human rights or a mandate for everyone to wear panties. But
What the fuck is going on? At first I thought that this might actually freaking flow into Deponia just because, you know, blending grubs into everyone's food in order to make them actually like it, despite the fact it's literally the thing that they just complained about, but then he mentioned everyone liking you, and that's just not a Deponia thing. Yeah? I'd love to freaking flog him and then impale him.
that's not fully accurate. It's about paying tax. The karmic weight of missing my monthly tax deadline is 40 times more serious than unloading an assault rifle on a homeless beggar. This is a fantasy, funded by the IRS and TurboTax. On
that
being
checks
asked his
out.
intentions for the game, Noah, the developer, had this to say. I simulate Tokyo Salaryman. You make no money because everybody live to 110 year old. And then you take your own life. Game costs $20, real good. Game
20
costs $20.
fucking
real
bucks? Ilona was free!
Yeah, all right. I'm not terribly surprised.
And I can't even play as a snail with a piano this time.
Didn't think you were gonna say piano.
What do you think I was gonna say?
Pianist.
You know, fair enough, I guess.
You could be a chaos gene stealer with more hands than limbs. We don't care. Pay the state or suffer the consequences. This game's entire premise is about you getting suckered into owning land by two contract killers. Then sucker someone else into 20 million in debt for that same property. There's intrigue, politics, and lore, which you can ignore
That's just
entirely
Animal
as you
Crossing.
read everyone's death log, which moves very quickly
Yeah.
and contains a lot of slurs. most of them from
Yeah,
me,
okay.
but I prefer this multiplayer, as taking the Moongate to visit a random Japanese base will instantly depress me, as I see his beautiful creation, and compare it to my own O-Block ghetto favela. You can even put custom sprites. Half the time, this is animated smut. This is preferable to getting one-shot by a death trap the instant you spawn in, or seeing a Boeing 767 approaching 2 skyscrapers, or loading into Outer Epstein, which has a one-tile entrance that takes off your clothes. Players will see their options for a pet, and most will pick the little girl. But if I throw a hormone drug in her face, she becomes a little boy. This presents...
No, that is Alona. Now I know why he's drawing the freaking line. Have you seen the Alona review?
No.
I'm not gonna watch it because it shows his background, which is, I think it's just Kanye sucking on a toe like the entire way through.
Okay.
Yeah.
Quality of a player base. Pedophile or pederast. Look, this is a setting where the surface went extinct and got repopulated by a cosmic mushroom, whose only reference point for how biology works is Japanese Daojins. That's why everyone lays eggs, because he didn't know any better. Everything is an opaque, esoteric mechanism with poor documentation, which the community abuses and exploits until Noah figures out a hotfix or workaround for their shenanigans. This is ignoring the fact that half a game is designed to troll you. Tick an innocent menu option to auto pick up fish. Die instantly because you picked up a whale. Drink from a water source. Mutate horrifically. Play on permadeath. Slip on a banana peel in the Village of Atonement and lose everything. Get AIDS. Catching Ether disease is a natural part of gameplay and progresses if left untreated. How do you do that? By playing basketball. To cure your magically inflicted AIDS, you must become Michael Jordan. The casino chips you earn can then be used for higher stakes gambling. This game is a constant gaslight. I came into this expecting...
How is this a game that's on Steam? This feels like something I'd find on DL site. You know, aside from the fact that it's excluding imported sprites, not highly pornographic. Maybe Itch? You know what I'm saying?
Sorry, I was gunning down 2 children.
So is Seth.
Fun. Now I'm paying tax and addicted to slot machines. I hope you didn't take an oath before starting your character, because the blackjack table is rigged. Save scum your way to the cure and live life as normal. There are alternatives, but that requires kidnapping little girls. Memes aside, what is this? It's single-player RuneScape with no level cap, and a crafting system that lets you recreate nearly everything you see. Towns, winter hot springs, beach resorts. You can even walk off a shore and build underwater. Everything builds into something, which can be dismantled to make everything else. Material alchemy is an art form, which lets us mine out entire dungeons and turn copper to cocaine. Nothing I say is an embellishment. I throw alcohol at my blue eyes white dragon, have sex with it, and end my turn. Understanding is...
Isn't that just kinda how Yu-Gi-Oh! In itself translated in the...
Yeah.
Because we, for some reason, needed crystal tits on the blue eyes white dragon?
Yeah, I mean... Did you not want that?
I don't know, I've never really been a blue eyes white dragon kind of person, so... I actually never really played much Yu-Gi-Oh! By that I mean I played 0 Yu-Gi-Oh! And owned maybe a total of 12 cards in my entire life.
Esoteric systems by absorbing every wiki article as the bulk of your experience. You don't have to know Japanese, but they're more informative than the porn-sick groomers that make up this game's English community, which is why they're partitioned away in an apartheid state. For starting off, any race or class is viable, and the possibilities are endless.
You're a fat, ugly Polish whore, or you're, I don't know, Jewish person, you're a black person, you're a rapist.
A rape execution.
Jesus fucking Christ. Okay, but the sucky
one. Go back. No, play it. You played the whole bit again.
Okay, fine.
For starting off, any race or class is viable, and the possibilities are endless.
You're a fat, ugly Polish whore. Or you're, I don't know, Jewish person. You're a black person. You're a rapist.
A rape execution
Yeah, okay.
At least Succubus checks out.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't have any of this.
I want to know how fucked up Seth's YouTube homepage looks. Just out of morbid curiosity.
I got a gun that, and I quote, has nullified a bullet drop and has increased bullet velocity. I own a laser beam.
Does the laser beam have recoil?
I believe so. I haven't really shot it because I'm scared.
I mean, you're at least firing a projectile. It's mostly just a joke on the pile of videos of why does Fallout 4's laser rifle have recoil? Blah 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 blah.
People say that.
Yes, there was like a pile of videos that were why Fallout 4 sucks when it like first came out, and like the first complaint was always because the laser rifle has recoil. It's like, fuck you, it's always had recoil. It's an animation. It doesn't actually change your freaking aim.
Yeah, man.
can use mana as a second health bar. Combine this with worshipping Itzpalt or Hiromi, and you have an infinite health bar. Chaos Shape Inquisitor lets you save scum for hours, and ask if it's truly worth it, as you enter the void and get soundballed repeatedly. Or, if you're a masochist, you can pick Snail Tourist and put on permadeath. Everything.
Oh, you can
There you
be the
go.
snail again.
And a tourist.
I mean, tourist wasn't an option in Ilona. Traveling musician was the closest thing you got, and you get given a piano as a traveling musician. So it was certainly an experience.
Cost twice as much, but the trade-off is that salt kills you. My Jury Warrior isn't meta. Her perk is garbage, and ultimately it doesn't matter.
Wait,
Because
what was the perk?
isn't meta. Her perk is
Skilled in handling weapons, okay. Sleeping like a log does sound like a pretty massive debuff, though, if it's like Ilona.
garbage, and ultimately it doesn't matter. Because I bring a small army wherever I go. Do not feel limited by your choices. With enough investment, you can make anything work. Your objective is always the same. Get stronger by getting richer. So you can get even stronger to get even richer. Material capital will fuel your physical sociopathy. There's an infinite number of ways to do this, and these are simply suggestions. Invite residents to work your land and perform jobs and hobbies, such as gaming, gambling, gotcha, prostitution, and self-harm. Set up delegated farming and
That's my Saturday.
Including the gambling?
That's the D&D.
I thought that D&D was your gotcha because you wind up playing horse game instead because no one informed that we weren't going to have game until like game started.
Do you think maybe she is under the assumption that no answer is enough of an answer, as in no?
No. Because I have outright asked separately and gotten an actual answer in the past, and normally part of the answer is I forgot. If no answer was no, then I would never get a different answer aside from no when asking later down the line. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Make crop rotations for passive income. Grow honey, turn it into wine. Grow mushrooms, turn it into wine. Catch fish, turn it into wine. Get paid a salary
What the
because
fuck?
people want to visit. Not for my impressive displays, but because I've stolen incredibly expensive panties from different NPCs. The main way of getting stats is eating food. Thus, our only obstacle is our stomach.
Look!
So we apply the
Hamster!
Gee, it's me.
It's fate. Also, I love how big the gap is between when I click and when it actually pauses.
Do you?
No, I don't. I really wish that I had my new computer set up by now.
Thanks, Uncle.
Because the only thing that is really eating up extra right now, after I uninstalled and reinstalled OBS, is the fact that I'm streaming this Discord, which is cooking Discord up to 15%, and thus making my CPU cook at 100%. Which means that the 17% increase, or more, from my current CPU to the new CPU, would fix that problem. It might have been 27%. I don't remember what the number was. There was a 7 in there.
secret teenage girl
My
technique
friend's
of vomit
asking me
math.
how the club was.
What?
There's 7 in there.
Oh.
Is our stomach. So we apply the secret teenage girl technique of vomit maxing. We eat,
Okay.
we throw up, and then we eat even more, as we watch our maid pick up vomit like the peasant she is. It's hard to gauge these values. Luckily, there's a variety of graphical and gameplay mods to augment your experience, automate tasks, and replace sprites with the horniest coon-bait you've ever seen.
Yep, that checks out.
Scott the Woz milking machine? Sign me up. On top of this, the game itself has a lot of quality of life convenience. You can auto-dump your entire inventory, configure resource distributions, and even just Ctrl F to search for anything on the map. Everything is completely customizable. In my case, I've gone off a deep end and can no longer see what I'm doing. This is a game of problems and solutions, and dealing with the problems you cause along the way. Mass monsters are a special creature that multiply upon taking damage. There's a spawn limit of 20 monsters entering your base at any time. Taming a mass monster, putting it on the gallows, and sealing its offspring on a set of tiles 10Z levels higher seemed like a great idea. Until I visited my base again, only to find out everyone is dead. It turns out 2 of my NPCs are coded to teleport directly to enemies, causing them to split and spill into the base, where everyone is too weak to one-shot them.
Why did he think that this was a good idea again?
Because he's Seth.
Yeah.
If he's not attempting to break something, he is breaking something. If he's not breaking something, he's failing to break something. When he fails to break something, he fails spectacularly. And this shit happens. And he will not check things before he tries to break the things, which leads to this shit happening. Like when he accidentally freaking turned his entire army into enemies because he created a miasma of stink among them and they all started hating him because they blamed him for spreading disease.
Yeah, alright.
So they infinitely replicate until they fill the entire screen. Conversely, the final boss is too hard for me to kill. By pure chance, I loaded into some Japanese guy's base, which had residents who were level 250,000. They're so high level They take 30 steps for each of mine, which they spent on gambling, drinking, vomiting, and passing out at high velocity. I fed them aphrodisiacs, and one of them laid an egg. Microwaving an egg has a chance of exploding, which is incredibly funny in the middle of an orphanage. Explosion strength is tied to quality.
You know, I'm not actually all that surprised. At least, you know, we got some realism in this fantasy game where you can make monsters drink until they pass out. Just microwave the egg till it explodes.
And this one is 2,773. I heat the egg, and one-shot Inos, my party, and myself. This might seem ridiculous, but the Japanese have already killed him with a beach ball and a banana peel. NPCs hold beach balls in their inventory.
Thank you, Sari.
Thrown at, and this one was modified by several thousand cursed scrolls of flying to weigh 10,000. So when Ino spawns in and charges, he slips in a banana peel and is crushed to death. The world is your autism playground. Join all the guilds, learn all the skills, whip pensioners on your cotton plantation. It's your fantasy. Now back to work, Cracker. I'm not here to tell you that unless you've got insanely high taming and throw love potions at a spiral king deep in the void so you can feed that breast milk to a chicken so you can genetically engineer him into the strongest creature in the game, that you haven't played the game. There's no win condition, only your creativity. So choose a goal, a direction, or a hyperfixation, and the rest is up to you.
I can't do that.
I can fucking grab a dunk if I fish enough? Okay, I have 3 things that I want to do right now. I want to play Ilona, I want to play RimWorld, and... Nope, lost the third one.
Nice.
Oh, Kenshi. Kenshi I know would explode my computer if I tried to play it, though. So I tried playing Kenshi before I even debuted as a VTuber, and... Yep. Kenshi is good. There is this weird fucking mark on my index finger, and I don't know what the fuck that's about. I think that that's where the clasp smacked me in the hand, while the other side of it was digging into my finger. Who do we have as our third, though? So are you confirmed as a no-tebber?
No.
Many turbo-level Japanese
I can be if
hypersweats
there's
at level
someone that I don't know there.
Oh, I mean, we do have someone that you don't know that's going to be there, but, like,
Yeah,
I was
there you
mostly...
go.
I was mostly asking if you were going... Because I don't want to, like, invite Kraka or something if it turns out that we already have 4 people.
I can invite Kraka.
3 billion in the void. There's just as many who haven't even left their own base. So rest assured that no matter where
I'll
you're
only be
at,
very
there's some guy
offended.
who spent his entire...
I mean, it could be worse. You could be, you know, leaving early from something, looking forward to spending time with your friends, and then, like, 2 seconds before you get home, someone just, you know, joins on a whim and decides that they're going to take your spot.
Yeah.
A Pandora's box that never got shut and has only gotten worse since then, due to repeated behaviors.
I get it. He matters more to Rhea than I do. I understand.
But
Yeah,
did you?
but if Ray's friend is gonna be there and I don't know them, I am almost certainly gonna verbally abuse them after a day of work.
So do you want to? Do you want to not?
Count me as a no.
Okay.
Playthrough cultivating mushrooms, who has more money than the entire economy. In short, I love Ellen. It's a very sweet, beautiful, and calming game that I can't help coming back to. The developer doesn't sleep. He pushes a new unstable build every night, and I wish him the very best. There's enough content for several hundred hours, and it just keeps getting better. I thoroughly recommend it. As always, more content to come, so stay tuned. This video is dedicated to my ops, because
Okay, then.
I had a script ready after 50 hours.
Okay.
Until I saw someone write a critical thesis.
Well,
about
I guess
my
that
Alona
we are
video,
just
took it to
drawing
heart,
our line
and
to
played
Alona.
another free 50. It was only later brought to my attention that the man who affected me so is a barely literate weeaboo who paid thousands of dollars for his cringe OC to be put into the game. He did all this so I could turn his waifu into a burger. A warm thanks to the many members of the Merchants Guild generously funding and bankrolling these videos. You're all truly wonderful. Have a good one.
There's another itch in my brain. It's saying, dive into Dwarf Fortress. You won't regret it.
The only itch in my brain I got from that video was, man, I really should try Amazing Cultivation Simulator.
Do you own that?
No, but I could.
Here's the thing, the rest of my brain already knows that my productivity would die. Much like the reason why I haven't gone back to RimWorld or Kenshi. My productivity would die if I went into Dwarf Fortress. And I have so many things I need to work on currently.
I'll play
And-
Peak again when Sachi finishes editing that video.
So, 2036?
Yeah, I guess so.
Ooh. Untextured 3D Seth is not something I expected to see.
Hey, is Yandere Simulator done yet?
You know the answer to that.
I sure do.
Like asking if Heartbound's finished yet.
Donut bought me that game and I was like, please refund this.
Yeah. I do remember this.
I don't remember what I got. And it might have been Dredge. Which is like an actually good game.
A game that actually has a reason to not just be thrown together in an afternoon in RPG Maker.
Yeah. Amazing Cultivation Simulator is like RimWorld, but for cool people.
How many mods does it have?
That's a great question. Let me check.
Clearly that is the merit of how good the game is. That is the worst merit that you can possibly have for it, because then shit like Fallout 4 and Skyrim would win.
I can't tell. I don't know how you see the total number. 63,678.
Jesus fucking Christ, dude. The difficult thing about RimWorld mods is that is that a lot of them have reliances on mechanics that are added with DLCs.
It smells like broken here.
Even if I wasn't broke, I wouldn't want to, because then I'd know that I'd want to play more RimWorld, and then I would lose my productivity.
Remember when I was an old man and you cut my feet off or something? That was cool.
I ripped your heart out and gave you a new one because you kept
Yeah,
having heart attacks once a week.
Yeah.
I think I also had to replace your spine because you had feeble or something like that.
Maybe I'll play New Vegas tomorrow. I won't. I'll probably end up just playing League by myself if everyone else is doing stuff. I'm gonna get home from work, play League by myself for 2 hours, and then utilize the closet.
That does definitely sound like the way the League would go, yes.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
That doesn't sound like a good idea.
That sounds like fun.
Fun is definitely not the way that I would
Okay.
describe that.
Sounds like yippee wahoo, you know. Get home from a long
Sex?
day of work. My parents will be on vacation. I have the house to myself and my brother. Take a nice relaxing bath with or without toaster.
The spicy
Play
bath
League of
bomb.
Legends. Play League of Legends. Utilize closet.
But if you do wind up using the spicy bath bomb, then you won't get to point.
Not unless
3
it
and
doesn't
4.
work. I just don't want to be covered in crumbs in my last moments. My toasters are really dirty.
Could be worse. It could be like that one guy that was wondering why he had such a smoky, meaty flavor on all of his toast whenever he pulled it out.
I don't call.
He opened it up and found about 30 baked lizards in there.
Florida. Ever tell you about that rat that just showed that that lizard that crawled in
No.
to my mine own abode? There were a couple of lizards that showed up in Florida to the townhouse I was living in. And I dealt with them as any person would. I told them, get out or you pay rent, and then opened the door, and they left.
You should be a landlord.
Nah. I don't want to sell my last crumb of morality for rent money.
But you
I'd rather use
could.
that last crumb of morality and like doing eugenics or something.
Maybe you should play Amazing Cultivation Simulator.
If I'm going to use my last crumb of morality on something, it's not going to be a property owner.
I don't even know if being a property owner is like a moneymaker anymore. No one can fucking afford to even rent out most of the properties anymore, so you just wind up having that burning a hole in your wallet just as much as anything else.
I wonder who has the most time and a half sword in my friends list.
You?
Nope.
Who has more than you?
Oh, a high school friend.
I'm genuinely surprised. So are we still in a limbo state on any of your design stuff?
Yeah. I do. I have come back to my state of I really like the half and half idea, especially with my current like mental dilemma of man, what is going on with me?
Half
But
and half?
also that yeah, like the old design. And like we could also design an outfit that's like literally two different outfits, but let's get besides the point.
That
Yeah,
one's that one falls into the difficult part again of how do we make this good?
it won't. And I don't really care anymore about like much of anything, so I don't think I'm in a state of designing the outfit. I did cut that guy's leg off though.
What kind of mental state are you even in at all at this point?
Arkansas.
I'm sorry.
It's not Wyoming.
Would you consider Wyoming worse?
I wouldn't consider it better.
Yeah, but Wyoming at least has its own name. Arkansas is just stolen part of Kansas. And then there's Kansas City, which is in Nebraska. What is up with Kansas?
That Wizard of Oz really did her in.
Not good enough, because it still exists.
Fighting some guy with the pointy stick is always the hardest.
At least it doesn't break your game anymore.
Well, that's debatable. Sometimes it does.
Oh.
Like when I throw someone across the room, sometimes when they land, it breaks because it doesn't know how to do the injury.
Because you wind up breaking their neck somehow?
Yeah, and like collapsing in their skull or something. I don't know. That's just the game I boot up when I don't feel like doing anything. It's just that perfect amount of stimulus.
Yeah, fair enough. I don't know exactly what I wind up doing when I don't feel like doing anything. Aside from doom scrolling, I guess. Which is probably not good for my health. Mentally or physically. Sending everyone to ad jail.
Oh, now I can talk about things that the peasants can't hear. That the brokies can't handle. think Minecraft is dead.
What?
I'm never playing Minecraft again.
What do you mean?
It's dead. It's gone. Dead and buried.
How is it dead and buried?
Dead and buried. One does not play two life sims at the same time. Possible.
Yeah?
Especially when they're both co-op. One does not make time.
I mean, it's arguable if I'll be making time for either for a minute.
It's okay. I deleted the Minecraft world.
Did you seriously?
No. I worked hard on that.
I was gonna say, I would be more than a little irritated.
I
Not that
wouldn't
my
be surprised
fucking...
if Curse deleted it though. Just because Curse. And I think Curse had an update or something.
Great. I don't know, I'm still mad about whatever update made it to where, the only zombies that don't despawn now is just the fucking... Oh! Only in the instance that you, find one that manages to be able to hold something, which, unless you're playing on the highest difficulty, is like a 25% chance at max. And it could be a 0% chance. It's on a sliding spectrum. It's fucking stupid.
Yes, I didn't want the knife in the basket. I wanted the basket lid. That's what I wanted.
What?
I went to grab the knife inside the basket, and I grabbed the basket lid.
Hmm. What do I have a third notification? That's why I have a third notification.
This dude looks like Dan Henschel. And by that, I mean his face is covered in red.
Yeah? You know, basically the same person as a result of that.
Yep.
You think we'll have a game this week?
Doubt.
Yeah, me too. We could do Halo on Saturday.
Nah. I don't have it installed.
You uninstalled it?
Yeah.
Why?
I have a terabyte of fighting games on my computer.
What fighting game is big enough that it caused a terabyte of fighting games?
Well, I have like 1,000,000 PS3 legitimate disc images on my computer. And Street Fighter and Tekken are both like 150 gigs.
I didn't figure that they'd be that large. I didn't know that they were Western game dev.
They were both my largest, even with like Halo, with all the mods installed. Those two were my largest things on Steam.
Jesus Christ.
Well, now it's gonna be Destiny, but you know.
You're reinstalling Destiny?
I'm thinking about it.
Why?
I ain't got nothing better to do with my life.
I can think of a million things better to do with your life than that.
Uh,
Because, like, at least you enjoy fighting games. I have not heard you say a good thing about Destiny in years.
I enjoy Destiny. I just don't have anyone to play it with. I used to have like a big group to play with, and I don't know what happened to that.
Yeah, but you normally talk about how Destiny is no longer even a game that you would consider anymore.
I don't know. I haven't given it a fair shake in a minute. I guess in order to give it a fair shake, I'd have to buy all the expansions, though.
Yeah. Considering, from what it seems, all the expansions that you would have had don't exist anymore. I really do kind of wonder, like, what logic led to that. Just, let's get rid of everything that's led up to this. I mean, I guess that part of it's just, you know, major story beats being undone by other things that happened.
I bet it's just a file size issue. It's already 200 gigs with everything deleted.
I guess. It might be a bit of column A, bit of column B on that. I just kind of feel bad for anyone that's been going from the beginning and they're like, I spent $20 on I don't know how much Destiny DLCs tended to be. I'm just tossing a number out.
I don't think any Destiny 2 DLC got vaulted. I think it was just the base game that got vaulted.
I thought that everything up until whatever the expansion was right after Cade's death got vaulted as far as, like, the storyline at least.
I mean, technically, no, not really. I don't think so. Because, like, Destiny 2, like, started with Cade's death, pretty much. Destiny 2, like, I think its first expansion was
It was the third expansion. There was Osiris, which was, I think, the first one. That was either the first or the second one. There was one other, and then third one was Cade's death. And then I'm looking at this, and Jesus Christ, there are so many goddamn expansions at this point that I'm not surprised that they got rid of the first three. Holy shit. Oh, the other one was the one where you had to go after the worm on Mars or whatever. I don't remember the name of it, but...
Rasputin? I don't know. I remember with the Warmind one.
Warmind, that's the one, yes. Osiris, Warmind, and then whatever the name of the one where Cade dies was.
Did you have to pay for the first two? I don't remember ever paying for the first two, but I remember playing through them.
I didn't have to pay for them myself. I'm pretty sure you did, but, like... by the time that I got to it, they were free expansions because I played it via when it was on Blizzard, and they freaking were like, we're putting this on here, and you get the all the expansions free, except for the one where we go to the moon, because that's our newest one, and we really want people to play it, and pay us for it. Actually, I think the one where you go to the moon was, like, released a week or so afterward or something like that. I don't know. I do remember that that was, like, the most recent one when I stopped playing. Because I had done pretty much all of the quests that I had, aside from ones that required me to play Crucible, and I didn't want to do Crucible. I didn't like Crucible at all. But I'm told that it's because I was playing Crucible at one of its most unbalanced moments. So, I don't know. Maybe that's part of it.
I don't know. It's just I like Crucible, so.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of people say that they like Crucible. I didn't enjoy it at all. But, you know, just a flavor kind of thing. Because I think Mark also really liked Crucible. But what do you do? Are you still gonna have your get-together on Sunday this week?
I don't know. We've already had one call out, so.
Who called out?
Well, Jay said he's probably going to be playing Battlefield 6.
Oh. I saw a bunch of people that were doing their go live things, and a lot of them were playing Battlefield 6 on Blue Twitch.
Nice.
Which was more than a little funny. I think it was Matara doing some Battlefield 6, and it does look fun. It looks like it's going back to, like, the Battlefield I remember, with it being more modern and whatnot.
It looks quite good, yeah.
But I do kind of wonder, I haven't really seen much of the, like, gameplay of it, I guess, is the best way to put it. Because I don't know, I kind of just haven't felt the urge to actually sit down and watch what is primarily multiplayer, because I think that's all that's in the beta, is the multiplayer.
Yeah. How are they gonna screw up the launch this time?
Have they, like, done major screw-ups for launches aside from, what it was, 2146 or 2046 or whatever the fuck the last one was?
3 was really bad.
Was 3 bad?
Yeah.
I didn't get 3 until a bit into its lifespan, so...
3's launch was awful.
But I do remember, the most recent one launched without even having a scoreboard for the multiplayer exclusive game. Which was... How do you even do that? Like, I can get... Like, if you just tacked on multiplayer onto something and it's like, oh, wait, we forgot a scoreboard, whoops. But if your game is exclusively...
It's Battlefield.
Yeah. Not only that, but that one didn't even have a story at all, did it? It didn't have a campaign. Huh?
Which one?
2040 or whatever the fuck the one that just was a couple years ago.
Yeah, it didn't have a campaign.
I don't even know what the quality of Battlefield 5's campaign was, because unlike Battlefield 1, no one fucking talked about it. People really liked Battlefield 1's campaign. So I don't know.
I have 21 games with 3-digit hours on Steam.
How? Wait, what are the games actually? This might make sense actually.
Counter-Strike 2, or Counter-Strike 2/CSGO.
Yeah, that checks out.
Does it count those hours? Terraria.
Yep.
VTube Studio.
Yeah.
Binding of Isaac.
Yep.
TF2.
Yep.
Elden Ring.
Mm-hmm.
T-Mod Loader.
I'm actually kind of surprised on Elden Ring, because it feels like you dropped that... You, like, left the honeymoon phase on that pretty early on.
It feels like I did too, but apparently not. Destiny 2.
Mm-hmm.
Apex Legends.
Mm-hmm.
Tekken 8.
Makes sense.
Halo the Master Chief Collection.
Oh, color me surprised.
Black Ops 3.
I'm a little surprised on that one, actually.
It's probably all zombies.
Yeah.
Final Fantasy 14.
Yep, that checks out.
Rainbow Six Siege.
Alright, that makes some sense.
Borderlands 2.
Fair enough.
Stardew Valley.
Yep, that checks out.
Madden 21.
Did not expect that.
Rocket League.
Also didn't expect that one.
Monster Hunter World.
That checks out.
Borderlands 3.
I'm surprised on that, actually.
I don't like that game. I mean, it's alright. It's, I don't know. And Dragon Ball Fighters.
That one does check out.
And then I have 2 games with 90 plus hours that haven't quite reached 100 hours, which are Payday 2 and Warframe.
Mine is Terraria, Payday 2, DayZ, Master Chief Collection, T-Mod Loader, which, I mean, yeah. Rust, VR Chat, Left 4 Dead 2, Monster Hunter World, Misty Azizakaya, Stellaris, Dark Souls 3, Skyrim Special Edition, 7 Days to Die, GTA 5, Yakuza 0, Arma 3, and Fallout New Vegas. Ark Survival Evolved is at 99.5. It's close.
You can never play that game again. Mine is at 86.3.
Is it
I
even
like how my
possible to
games
like?
go for-
Is it even possible to like start a private server in Ark Survival Evolved anymore now that they have Ascended out?
I assume so, but I don't know. I like how Elden Ring has 266, TF2 has 262, Binding of Isaac has 264. Those are all clumped together, and the next highest is 433, which is VTube Studio. And then Terraria has 519, and then CS has 540, which I haven't played in 2 years.
My biggest gap is between Halo Master Chief Collection at 301 hours and then T-Mod Loader at 195. Then it drops down to 181 for Rust, 173.5 for VR Chat, 158.5 for Left 4 Dead 2, 156.8 for World, 154.8 for Izakaya, which is just barely beating out Stellaris at 154.4. Then we drop all the way down to 135.8 for Dark Souls 3, 126 for Skyrim. Only a little bit lower is 7 Days to Die at 124, 123.7. Literally only an hour gap between 7 Days to Die and GTA 5. Then all the way down to 109 for Yakuza 0, which is a single playthrough, which is kind of absurd. I didn't think I'd played it that long. 107 for Arma 3, 101.2 for New Vegas. Actually,
This
I guess
island they're on is mad weird.
What island?
This Peak Island.
Oh. Still watching Volant.
I'm watching Wolf's POV.
Hmm. Ugh. What do you have installed currently, anyway? Like, as far as ideas for Saturday.
Oh, as far as ideas for Saturday, Jack fuck. I was about to name my games that out of my top, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh my god. Alright, let's look at this. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Out of my top 10 biggest games on Steam, not including Destiny 2, because it hasn't installed yet, 9 of them are fighting games.
Yeah, that checks out. What is the 10th?
And the one that isn't is Monster Hunter Wilds.
Yeah, that checks out. How big is Wilds?
78.4 gigs.
I thought it was...
which is 20 gigabytes smaller than Street Fighter 6.
I thought that Monster Hunter Wilds would have peaked 100 something.
Which is 20 gigs smaller than Tekken 8.
It is wild as to how much space you have. I mean, like you said, you're totally legit PS3 roster. I guess that when you take that into account, the terabyte makes more sense. I know, you can install KOTOR and do that. Your silence speaks volumes.
Oh, look at that. What'd you say?
I said you could install KOTOR and we could play that.
Sorry, I was looking at a cooking video. The RimWorld DLC is $25.
What?
The RimWorld DLC is $25.
Oh, yeah. RimWorld goes on a really steep
Knights of the
sale.
Old Republic is freaking $10.
I thought you already had KOTOR.
I have KOTOR 2.
Oh. That one doesn't require us to freaking set stuff up anyway. They're pretty much self-contained stories.
Okay. I don't know. I'd rather play Adventure Quest Worlds.
Go back into your Adventure Quest arc.
It's the best MMO I've ever played.
I thought that you said that there was a different one that was better.
I'm sure I did. You talking about Trove?
I guess? I don't know, you mentioned it.
No, Trove is... If I mentioned it a couple days ago, it was Trove, but Trove is not exactly a very great game.
You've also mentioned Maple Story, but I don't know where that's at on the spectrum of good. I know that it's addictive.
Oh, Maple Story is the GOAT. Maple Story is the best game, best MMORPG, I think, actually. I didn't really think about it. That's a sorry way scab that's just porn.
Let's fucking go.
It's gonna get attacked by the company.
Yeah, right.
I
I mean, she said she emailed them, but fuck. If she said she's emailed them several times, so fuck if that's gonna get anywhere. They're apparently pulling the usual company that wants you to keep spending money on them thing of, sorry, we're not available right now, please try again later.
Time to look through scab. Dude, on the car ride home, I was in such a good mood. I was like, I'm looking forward to getting home and taking a shower and getting on my computer and doing stuff. And now I'm just like, I don't feel anything. You can tell by my tone of voice how little I feel.
Yep.
And I have not taken a shower. I don't know, man. I think I might have some kind of dissociative identity disorder or something.
You might also have an increasing level of depression.
Yeah. I don't know how that plays with the mood swings, though.
Not well, I'd wager. And you know me and my gambling addiction.
Mm-hmm. That's a pony.
What a fucked up year. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
If you hadn't already taken a day off recently, I'd almost, you know, suggest taking a day off tomorrow. Because you sound like you need a recoup day.
I didn't feel like this like literally 20 minutes, not 20 minutes ago, literally like a couple hours ago.
Before the brown.
It wasn't even like I didn't like dinner. It was pretty alright.
Well, I mean, you said that was when it started.
Yeah, I think that's just. I think it's my brain code switching to talk to my parents. I can't exactly be Uwu princess to my parents.
You know, fair enough.
But the issue is with the amount of code switching I do between work, home, VTubers, high school friends. I think at a certain point I might have just broken. And they've all become their own entities.
Swapping masks like Hata.
Yeah. I'm gonna go take a shower and take a fucking painkiller and see how that gets me.
Fair enough. I'll probably end by the time you get back, depending on how long that winds up taking between the two. Because it's nearing midnight, so... And I kind of want to work on mission stuff, which I obviously can't work on stream. That way I can focus on the other shit that I need to work on. Or want to work on. Want both of them in this equal amounts, I suppose.
My mom's in the shower.
Well, I guess that I am not going to be done by the time you get back.
Maybe I should take notes about like when I feel myself change, like either mood swing or have like a swap.
I feel as if that's something a therapist would advise, yes. Does your work offer medical coverage for therapy and whatnot?
I don't know. I haven't exactly cared enough to look into it.
I think that it could help at the very least. And I would recommend it. And then hopefully they, you know, are willing to help rather than just saying, go back on your meds, smile.
Yeah. Maybe I'll just shower in the morning, but that requires me to get up in time.
I don't know.
And I haven't exactly been doing that recently.
Even today?
Well, today I did.
Okay,
Today
I
I
was
woke up at like an hour before my alarm because there was a thunderstorm.
because I know that you went to sleep earlier than usual last night.
Yeah. I was also like frustrated last night, and I don't remember why. Maybe it's because you guys were playing Stardew and I just felt like I wasn't doing anything. I don't think I exactly have fun when I'm having a conversation with people and they're both doing something that I'm not.
I mean, it kind of makes sense to a certain degree, considering, you know, at that point, it's kind of a third wheeling feel kind of deal, which I've definitely experienced myself, so I can understand it.
Yeah.
We didn't do Stardew last night until after you had already left, though.
Oh. Then I don't know. I don't know. The day beforehand, you guys definitely started playing with it while I was there.
Yeah.
But the day beforehand, I actually said goodbye.
Yeah.
Yesterday, I just kind of left.
Last night we were, I mean, all kind of just silent for large stints of it.
Did last night did I leave before raided, or was Ray deafened and then I then left it, then I left?
I think Ray did get disconnected and then you left, and I'm like, well, I guess everyone's gone, so I guess I'll disconnect. And then Ray's like, oh, I was gonna come back, and I'm like, okay, well, I mean, I'll be available after I shower. I don't know, I would definitely recommend looking into it. Seeking professional help.
I don't know.
What don't you know?
I mean, last time I tried, it didn't exactly help. But last time I tried, I wasn't in the same situation, so.
I mean, there's also different ways, different styles that, like, different therapists work. Like, some of them
Yeah.
do attempt to do more help before resorting to medications, you know?
Yeah.
I think that I will start to hunt for someone to...
Time to
Is-
read Hakurei again.
What is Hakurei doing?
Metroid something.
Jay's playing a video game despite being and just chatting. I think Jay's playing Battlefield 6.
Yep.
Give me a number between 1 and 4.
3.
Would you like to say goodbye to chat?
Not particularly.
Alright, well, loading. Tomorrow. Peak collab. I don't know if I will be streaming it. I'll try to stream it. But if not, then I will be on Ray's channel. But there is the socials. You can join the Discord or follow me on Blue Sky or Twitter in order to keep up to date on things such as when I go live, what I'm going live with, and art like you see in the corner. It'll also be where I, announce whether or not I'm streaming it, or I will obviously put the link to Ray's channel. Let me see about starting the raid. Do I have any other real announcements? Not particularly. Saturday is up in the air. Second verse same as the first. You can check the links in order to know. But that's kind of for me tonight. Hopefully tomorrow I have a notably higher amount of energy. Rather than being dead. That being said, thank you all so much for watching. Thank you for the follows, raids, all that good jazz. And I will see you guys tomorrow if all goes to plan. Love y'all. Bye.